Hey, so the following video was taken last night at a studio that I teach at, and I wanted to tell you that before the video, I was feeling pretty kind of down on myself, not gonna lie. No one had shown up for my class, and I was just feeling really kind of down on myself because, I put time and effort into showing up, holding space for people to come take a class with me. And then when they don't show up, I feel like that energy is, it's still there and it needs to go somewhere. So it usually ends up feeding into, um, negative stuff that just isn't helpful. So, I was feeling that way before the video. After I made the video, and I did my grounding exercise, I felt so much better. Um, I felt confident. I My entire perspective and perception kind of switched upside down. Going from having self doubt, feeling bad for myself, like, what is all this for? What is all this worth? To the feeling of accomplishment that I actually made something. Um, I took time for myself to sit in those feelings. And then it actually turned into a good opportunity for me to have some quiet time to myself. So, uh, as I left and as I was driving home, I was like, wow, that was such a nice opportunity for me to make a quick video, um, touch in on how I'm feeling at the moment. And I really gave myself that time. So I just wanted to kind of come on here before that video to let you know kind of how just those simple practices can have a really profound effect on our mental health and our well-being. So, and that's why I do these videos. I do them for you, but I also do them for myself because uh, I forget all the time to take time for myself. And in doing that for you, I then kind of do it for myself. So, I hope the following video is useful and helpful to you. And if it's not, that's okay too. Um, yeah, that's all I have to say. That's all. Okay, see you guys. Hello, friends. Just wanted to roll in here real quick for just a little bit and say, hey, what's up? I hope you're doing well. Going through transitions again and again and again. Aren't we always going through transitions? It always feels like the rug gets taken out from under our feet. Maybe not every day, but I definitely feel like every day you're working through some kind of transition. Right now, the sun is staying out a little bit longer, so we're now transitioning into more daylight, which is very welcomed and beautiful. Um, I am also referring personally to job transitions. I'm going from one industry to another. I've done it before and I'm doing it again. It's interesting. It keeps my life interesting and keeps me interested in stuff. Um, Although it is not all for nothing. It's for, my sanity and my overwhelming and blossoming interests in kind of all things. So, yeah, transitions. So when we go through transitions, a lot of times we tend to get that overwhelmed feeling, like we can never just find some grounding. That's kind of where the bad habits and, crutches come in, where we need to, satiate our need for things and stuff and really high sensational things to really hit that happy part of the brain, because transitions are tough and we have a hard time going through them. Everyone does. We all do. As I'm going through this transition, I wanted to mention that there are ways to ground yourself during these transitions, and I wanted to share a practice of grounding with you today. I am pretty sure there's another video somewhere on my channel that also does the same kind of thing, but hey, different day, different transition, different video. Yeah, so wherever you are in your life, it's where you are. I'm not going to say you're supposed to be there. Ultimately, I think you are where you are because that's where you are. And have some grace for yourself that this is where you are. Whether it feels right or not, this is where you are. This is where I am. This is where we are. Here we are. Here we are. Yeah. So practice of grounding. It'll only be a couple minutes. And then we can go off and venture into life again. But just like, so when you're learning to ride a bike, you are transitioning from unknown to known, or unknowing to knowing. In this instance, you don't know how to ride a bike, and you want to know how to ride a bike. It doesn't just happen. It's not like all of a sudden you get on this bike and you're like, yay, I can do it. No. Even if you get really good at it, you still sometimes fall off. It happens. But the important part in getting to the knowing or the known is you got to keep trying. You have to get back on that bike, sometimes bruised and scraped, and you got to try again. Maybe, hopefully, you learn what you did wrong last time that ended you up in a ditch or whatever. So we got to get back on that bike. You got to get back on. You got to try again. Got to learn from where you've come from and make sure that you don't go there again. And if you do, well, sometimes it happens. It's okay. Have grace for yourself that, maybe trying it again the wrong way still ended up leaving you hurt. It's okay. We're only human. So in grounding, finding that reset is important, and giving yourself a moment to think of where you've been and where you want to go. One place that we all experience transition every single day, multiple times a day, is the different roles that we play. If you're a parent, maybe it's going from being a parent to a colleague. That transition between life and work, usually it's a drive. That drive is your transition. Or maybe it's a walk if you're lucky enough to walk to work. And we hype ourselves up. We think about the whole day in front of us. What are we going to do? What are we going to approach differently? What tasks do we have to get done? And we're already in the next stage already. And when we put ourselves in that next stage, the stage that we're in at the time, the drive, we don't even really pay attention to it. You have those moments where you get to work and you're like, oh shit, I don't really remember getting here. You drove and you were fine and you were safe, you abided by the law, but you don't really remember the drive. It's because you weren't even witnessing it. You weren't even experiencing it. So in those transitions between roles in your life, between different things that you do in your life, it is important to ground and restore your present moment, your moment right now. There is no other moment like right now than right now. So give yourself 3 to 5 minutes to be right now. And let's maybe do it together. Take a seat. If you're not already seated, take a seat. You can just listen to this entire thing. You don't even have to watch. As you can tell, the lighting in here is less than desirable, because the quality of the video is not what matters here. So take a second, or 3 to 5 minutes. If you're able to, maybe close your eyes. If you're in the car, please don't close your eyes. If you're at work and you're taking a second to yourself, yeah, close your eyes. Why not? Bring yourself into your body. Feel into the weight of your body. Notice where your hands are. Where did they go naturally? Do you want to put them somewhere else? Maybe in your lap, maybe together. Maybe somewhere appropriately placed on the body, like the belly and the heart. And as you sit here and notice just the boundaries of your body, of your skin, your bones, notice how your breath feels. Is it shallow? Are your breaths long? Is there a texture to your breath? Maybe smooth, or maybe there's a slight rasp. Maybe notice where the breath is coming from. Maybe the belly, maybe the low lungs, or maybe the middle lungs around the heart. If you're seated on the floor, let's bring the hands to the floor. If you're not seated on the floor, bring the hands to the legs, maybe the tops of the thighs or the knees. If you're lying down, bring the hands to the floor. If you're seated, maybe bring the chin to the chest. Feel into the thumb, pressing the thumb down and breathing in. Press the second finger down as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, release. Inhale with the third finger pressing into the ground and letting it go with your exhale. The fourth finger, inhale and exhale. And your fifth finger, press it down and let it go. Noticing your entire palm on the floor, all 10 fingers pressing down, feeling weight, inhaling. Feel tone in the arms, exhaling, release. And you can do this as many times as you would like, breathing in with a press and letting it go with the exhale. Bringing the hands together at the heart, pressing the hands into each other, feeling all 10 fingers and the palm, and releasing. Let the hands rest wherever they may. Breathe all the way in, fill the lungs, and let it go. One more. Allowing the eyes to open if you had them closed. Take a second to rediscover your surroundings, the light, or possibly the dark. Noticing the temperature of the air, maybe taking a nice big stretch. That came really natural to me. That felt good. Now, in grounding, we don't want to stay on the ground. So, whatever you're off to, this is a great place to go. Smile. You just took time for yourself. Good job. I hope you found this useful. And if you didn't, that's okay too. I hope you revisit, and I also hope you check out some of my other stuff. And if not, totally cool. I'll see you later, friends. Thanks for joining me today.